Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. I hope you guys are having a great day. We have a special guest today, Amy from Amy's Smiling Love and Light. Let's welcome her. And of course,
Hello,
my
hello.
sidekick Heather's
Yeah.
always here. It's like we can't do this without each other.
No, if nothing else, for moral support.
Well, you can't have one without the other, can you?
Pretty
Not
much
really.
that's the way. Yeah. And then doing our healing work, we definitely need to both be doing it. It's
Mhm.
You
somehow.
can turn that down. I can hear.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Hi, Linda. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. I can't believe we
right.
got a late start. We were in the back room and
Yeah. Forgot.
forgot
Sorry.
what time it was.
We were
So I
just.
apologize. And you know why? Because I moved my time, my clock.
Yeah, it's kind of my fault. Sorry.
No,
Not your fault at all.
It's because I
No.
moved the clock. I wasn't paying attention to the clock. I
Yeah,
usually
we
have it.
rearranged things and things are getting moved to where they need to be as we go along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong at all.
Okay. So we were talking, and you said that under the certain right conditions that you're a psychic medium, but you do see ghosts. I have a question about that because I do find that when I actually see somebody behind somebody that's actually there, I know it's a ghost. There's usually a message involved that I need to give them. Do you find that to be the same thing?
Yes.
Right. Good.
I did it too.
Right.
Yes.
So you end
Flat
up
out,
giving a
yes.
message.
That's cool. That's cool. Hi, White Dragon. Hi, Amanda. Before we get too far in, can we wait just a few minutes for some people to come into the chat?
Sure.
Before
I
we
was just, no, I didn't want them to be too bored, but that's good because that's something that happens with me all the time. I mean, I can go ahead and do a reading, but if there's, I mean, I may walk into a restaurant and or just kind of a shop, a coffee shop, and then the person working behind the bar, I've seen people standing behind them. And I
Mhm.
get the sense of whether it's male or female, older, or if they're related or whatever it is. And then there's always some kind of a message that I just need to listen for it because they're wanting to tell them something, even if it's nothing more than we're here with you and you're not alone. And
Right.
we're helping you out and we're guiding you and, you know, that kind of thing. Even if it's simply that, or I love you and I want to make sure that you know I love you and I still love you. Sometimes that's all it
beautiful?
is.
Yeah.
You run into that too?
Oh, yeah. And I've had
Yeah.
readings where my family members will say that to me, and I'm like,
Doesn't it just make you cry, bawl like a
Yeah.
baby?
Yeah.
Mhm.
When I show up and tell me stuff like that, I'm like, I just turn into a puddle.
But you've
Mhm.
got to
Pathetic,
remember
really.
that the love energy is so strong, sometimes it's more than we can handle.
Yeah, energetically it
Yeah,
Yeah.
is.
energetically, it can be really, really hard. So I
Especially
was
if
just
it's
wondering if you
someone
had that.
that, oh, yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you had that same kind of experience. Because I
Mhm.
don't get to talk to too many people, and sometimes it's hard to read somebody, and sometimes it's there in front of you, and you have no choice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I
I
couldn't
mean,
go anywhere without my husband talking to 2 or 3 people in a Walmart or wherever. He'd walk by him and get a message for him, and off he'd go. And he's like, "Okay."
yeah, I mean, it happens when it happens. You can't shut it off.
No,
No,
you just have
that
to
really
do it.
frustrated him.
And you mentioned
Yeah.
that when you do intuitive readings, that same type of thing happens. That while you're working, all of a sudden you have another message slide in, and you have to say something.
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Where can they go to get a reading from you?
If they would like a reading from me, all they have to do is email me at hoovianfanforever@gmail.com. It's
It's
on
actually in
my,
the description. I
It's
put that in the
She put
video
it in the
description
video,
as
so you don't
well.
have to worry about it. They just have to look in the description and they'll find it.
Yeah, I have it right at the very top of the description of the video.
So
okay.
So
Yeah,
that'll
plus,
be easy.
yeah,
that
plus
anybody
it's
that wants a
on
reading,
my description tab also.
great.
right. Well, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
okay.
The about part. on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So
Real quick, let me just say something to White Dragon. White Dragon, I'm so glad you got that figured out because I was afraid it had to do with the software that I'm using that isn't StreamYard. Because everything that Heather and I do is with a different program when we're doing our own casts. But when we have guests, we use StreamYard. So because that's what everybody uses, and the two don't work together, so it's either one or the other. And I wasn't sure that if that was why you weren't getting notifications.
and both programs have pros and cons for both of them. So we're just
Absolutely.
kind of learn back and forth which one's the best one for us.
So far,
At
I
that time.
really like StreamYard.
And I really like the other one.
I'm
StreamYard
with
is okay.
I'm with Heather. I like StreamYard.
Oh, yeah,
No,
she
I'm
likes
Priscilla.
Priscilla.
I'm
She
Priscilla.
likes
I'm the one that
StreamYard.
likes
Oh,
StreamYard.
whoops.
But I like the
Priscilla.
other one
Sorry,
because
I
I
thought you
think
were Heather.
there's a little, I don't know, as we learn about StreamYard, we're finding it can do more than what we thought.
Yeah. Oh, the more you pay, the more it'll do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whereas the program the other one, I've already bought it outright. So it's there. Everything we can do is there. So,
Yeah.
it's not a matter of paying more.
If anything happens to any of it, though, none of us know how to fix it.
Yeah. The guy that set
I
it
like
up,
having StreamYard as a backup.
Yeah.
Hi,
But-
Captain Morgan. Welcome.
the guy that we had set it up is no longer around. So,
Oh,
Out of
I
state.
hope that doesn't mean he passed away.
No.
he's
He
just not
doesn't live
around
here.
down here. He's out in California.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
Yeah. It's all
So,
right.
Oh,
It
it's
doesn't
okay.
matter.
It works good.
oh, that's
So
good.
anyway, can I start?
Yeah, please.
Okay, all right.
I'm so
She's like,
sorry.
well, start already.
I thought
Okay,
you were.
okay. What we wanted to know, the first question is, how did you start? How did you know what to do, and how did you know what your gifts were, and what is your greatest gift? But there's a whole bunch there. Just
That
tell
was a
us
lot of
about you. Just tell us about you.
Tell me about your life.
Where do I start? Well, I was born.
When did you know?
Were you young when you knew you had a gift?
Yes, I knew I was different. I knew I was different when I was little,
Mm-hmm.
about 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Because I could sense things. Because I can sense people. I can sense people's feelings because I'm I'm empathic.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I can sense how people really are. They portray themselves one way, but I can sense how they really are.
The truth
Kind of
behind
like
it.
kind of like her husband. She would have them shake hands with somebody, and once they shook hands, he knew everything about them. Are you that same type that you just know everything?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's a
Yeah.
gift.
Yes.
And
Imagine that can keep you out of a lot of trouble.
yeah. But the thing is, when I was in my teens and 20s, in my family, this is considered taboo and evil. So,
I'm with you.
That's
so
hard.
I shut it off.
Mhm.
Because
So many people have because of that. Families just don't approve, and religious or for religious reasons or whatever.
Yeah. So in my teens and 20s, because I had shut it off, I got into a lot of trouble. Yeah.
I think that was just the age, and that's okay. A lot of us got in
Yeah.
trouble in our teens and 20s.
Yeah, this is
Why they're
true.
the teen years. Yeah.
Yeah. But in my 30s, people started telling me, you've got the gift, you need to start using it. And I knew it. I was just afraid to start using it because I was afraid of what my family would do.
Right.
And then In the 40s, the same thing. But then I started watching like Violetta and Linda G and Scott Allen. And I watched.
During the pandemic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of
Same
us
for
did those
us.
things. Yes.
Yeah. And I
Well,
watched this show with Scott Allen. At the time, she was Heather Indigo Chrysalis, but now she's Heather Indigo Jaguar.
right.
And Deanne Shield Maiden. And I asked them a question about, from the time I was in my single digits until I was in my mid-30s, I dreamt about ETs and UFOs and being abducted. Am I a starseed? And they all said yes. And then I talked a little bit more to Scott, and he just gave me a reading out of the blue, which I was flabbergasted about.
He's
And
wonderful. He's just
yeah.
a lovely man.
And if he
He
gets
is.
the feeling that you need to have that
He's
information,
going to tell you.
he's going to tell you.
He's lovely like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I found out some more stuff about myself, and he was the third person to say I was going to have a channel. First, Linda G said I was going to have a channel. Then Mel Dore said I was going to have a channel. Then Scott said, you need to have a channel. So
It only takes me 3 times to get it through my thick head.
Right.
Yeah.
The first time I'm going, okay, I'm doing it.
I get the message.
I
Number
get
3,
the message finally. So around my birthday, I started my channel.
Well, congratulations.
Well, that's good.
That's great.
That's great. Yes.
And what do you do? What all do you do on your channel?
I do a lot of collabs, and I started doing cards of the day, but I stopped doing it for a while because I was dealing with some things, but I'm going to start getting back on that.
That's cool.
I'm really not into the political things because of being such a empath that can feel things so deeply. I'm not really into political.
That's exactly
we
why
don't
we
do
don't
political either.
do political at all. And besides that, there's some great people out there that do it fantastic.
Yeah, they do a fantastic
they don't
job
need
with the
me in
political. They
there.
don't know.
No, they don't need me either.
I can't go there myself.
I'm too sensitive.
The feelings get very strong and not necessarily beneficial for us. So it's
yeah, I'm too sensitive to deal with it. I'm like,
I'm being nice.
You are. You're so diplomatic.
I'll try. Well, I had to be growing up, especially with the different gifts that I had, that things that I could do that I couldn't tell anybody about, just like you. You know, you have to be diplomatic about how you do things.
Oh, yeah.
That's not in my repertoire.
No, not yet.
I'm just direct.
But you're,
no.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but when you're a kid and you see people walking through your room and you can't tell anybody about it,
that's horrible.
You know?
Yeah, I can't imagine having to grow up like that.
Yeah, you just have to talk to them. Or as well I would do, I'd see who it was. It's you. Good night. Back to bed.
Yeah. So, but it scared me at first because, but I was like, oh, okay. Hi, bye.
Exactly. You
know?
get used to seeing the same people, and if there's somebody new who says, who are you? They don't answer me, but they do. I do say that,
Oh, so, hello. Okay.
Exactly.
Bye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're tired of them coming around, you're saying, okay, I've had enough. Please just go.
I've even talked to ghosts about my granddaughter. They would go visit her at night because she could see them, but they were scaring her. And I told them, you're scaring her. You're going to have to stay on the 3rd floor and leave her alone so she can sleep. And it's okay. Which they did, and she slept in that room fine after that. So.
It's just boundaries. You have to try to create boundaries.
Right.
So far,
I did.
Yeah. So far, the boundaries have worked for me. I'm
But
sure that on some occasions they don't. My husband first contacted us with a smoke alarm in our brand new house when we
Oh.
first moved here. And after the first time, I was like, honey, I really love you and I appreciate you getting hold of me, but no more smoke alarms, okay?
Find
Let's
another
find
way.
another way.
well, when they finally came back, when I find my gifts were finally starting to come back in my mid to late 20s, I woke up at a friend's house and I had 2 ghosts. Like, this was my face.
Wow.
This was my face, and this was the ghost.
Ah,
Now
yes.
that's just rude.
And I woke.
It's
That's
like,
how I woke up. I was like, oh,
yikes.
hello.
That would scare the pants off me.
It didn't, because I was half asleep. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, hello. And I blinked my eyes a few times.
Who was it?
And I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably a couple people that lived there at one point.
Right.
And they were
Interesting.
probably as surprised as you were that you could see them.
Yeah. But they were bright white. They were bright white, and I didn't feel any malice from them. They
Right.
were just standing there looking at me. And I
Well,
was
see,
lying on the couch,
That is just wild.
I'm fortunate because when I see them, they're in color. I can see what the color of their clothes are. I can see sometimes the color of their hair, but it's just like they're see-through people, you know? You can
Well,
see through them, but they're not white necessarily. They're just in color, how they used to be. So it's easier to relate them to whoever I'm seeing them behind.
Yeah, that's why they take shape probably, so that you can tell the people.
So we can tell who they are. Yeah.
Describe them.
well,
Interesting.
you could see the faces and you could see
Mhm.
their, but they were just bright white, like bright white.
Yeah.
And and I didn't feel any malice or anything. It's just, I was like, well, I appreciate that they're there, but could you please like back away so I can go back to sleep?
Yeah, really back off.
So it's
Real
like,
close.
so I just blinked my eyes again. I opened up and they were gone. I was like, okay.
Thank God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any kind of experiences with ETs? Because you said you used to you learned about them from other psychics.
From Scott, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to dream about them all the time from the time I was a little kid until my mid-30s. I dreamt about them all the time.
Wow.
Interesting. Do you think you were abducted?
Probably, or I found out I was at least 3 kinds of ETs,
Interesting.
3
Yeah.
kinds of extraterrestrial. Yeah. I
I
was
think.
You
Oh,
were
go
what?
ahead.
Go ahead.
You were what?
I was a Palladian, I was an Arcturian, and I was a um I keep forgetting the name. They look the cat species. They that look like cats, but they have a
Laren.
name.
Laren.
Yeah, Laren. Yeah.
That's interesting. We have white lions and Laren white lions in our
Background.
as well.
Yes.
As well as Pleiadian and Arcturian. I think there's a lot of us on the planet right now.
So I imagine you have been around a while.
Yeah.
Like us. We've been
think
around a
so.
while.
White Dragon says, I've been seeing apparitions at night. Most are animal shapes. I started to make drawings. I do set strong shields. They seem benign and some look like ETs. I wish to know why. Well, ask them.
Ask them. Yeah. And I think it's wonderful that you can make a drawing of
That
what
is
you've
so
seen.
cool.
Yeah, because that's not
White
an
Dragon,
easy
will
thing
you
to
come
do.
over on the show sometime and show us some of your drawings? We think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
No
But
problem.
that's cool. Makes you even better. Able to work on.
That's cool.
A Hadarian past life. I don't know that I've heard
What
that
kind?
very often. Hadarian. So
I don't know. Hadrian. That would be Hadrian, Hadarian. I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Let's see.
And I'm not either, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist or don't
I'm
exist.
sure there's a gazillion that we don't know about yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just did a past life yesterday regression with somebody, and found and was an Anunnaki in Egypt before the pyramid.
Oh, cool.
What was really cool about it? Well, I did it with Kigaru. Terry from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. I like to journey with her every so often. She didn't know anything about me and the Anunnaki, but I had had a past life regression a little over a year ago, and had met this Anunnaki. And I, at the time, the bit that I got, I was standing on the temple steps, looking at the pyramids and the gold capstone being put on by a
Spaceship?
UFO, a spaceship.
Yeah.
It was all about all the stones and everything that were built there. All those monuments were built through magnetics of some sort, frequency, vibration,
Cool.
magnetics. That's how all that stuff was done, and it wasn't by human slaves. But
Yeah.
anyway, I digress. Sorry, but
That's
that
okay.
was the. So
that
I
makes
know that I
sense,
was
actually.
Anunnaki at one time, and I even saw what I looked like. That
Cool.
yeah.
And what is your favorite thing that happened while you were getting to where you are now? Like, what incident happened that's your favorite one to relate, to remember?
What you mean throughout my life to get here?
Yeah, I mean, was it an ET? Was it ghosts? Was something that you remember?
Your
That
most
was
memorable
unusual?
experience?
Yeah,
Up to now?
the one you like to talk about most.
There was, like I said, those recurring, extraterrestrial dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And what
Some of
happened?
them were kind of scary, but some of them weren't.
Can you tell us about one? Because I don't think they were dreams. I think you were there.
Well, I was at my grandparents' house, and hi,
Sorry
Paul.
about the dog.
That's all right.
My best friend just showed up, so she's barking.
That's
till he
all right.
gets to the door.
Well, no, it actually was a dream because I dreamt that I was at my grandparents' house, and we were looking out the sliding glass doors in the dining room out into the backyard.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this huge UFO that
Wow.
landed,
Wow.
and something in the ship had opened and something came down the ramp,
Wow.
and I was thinking, and I said something like, they're gonna get us. It's like, where are we gonna go? They're gonna get us. Yeah.
I think that's when you were abducted.
And then,
If
well,
not,
there's an even more scarier one, a scarier one than that. I was in my it was one of my last ones that I ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my mid-30s.
Mhm.
And it was here at this house, and it was late at night, and I was sitting watching TV on this bed, and I was watching Dog the Bounty Hunter, of all things. And I used to love watching that show. And all of a sudden I heard what sounds like one of the helicopters that would go over our house to go to the hospital over here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's what it was, but it just started getting louder and louder and louder. And then the lights started coming through the windows.
Wow.
And then I'm like, well, I've got to go downstairs to make sure mom's okay. And my overhead light was on. And I'm like, well, I've got to go downstairs to check on mom. So I get up to start going around my bed to go through my door. And as I'm starting to take a step, my legs freeze up and I can't move.
Oh no.
And then I just go down on my stomach.
Wow.
Lovely.
And by then, I mean, it's so the sound is just so loud and the lights are just so bright coming through my windows. And I'm just looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then I wake up.
Wow. Have you ever thought about going to a hypnotherapist to delve into that deeper to find out what was really going on? Because reoccurring dreams like that are usually a lot more than a
Just
dream.
dreams.
Usually
They're
have a lot more deeper
remembrances.
meaning in their remembrances.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
It might be
It
interesting.
might be interesting to find out. I bet you'd find out more. I don't know. But then I am fascinated by hypnotherapy, so that's just me.
Well, needless to say, when I woke up from that dream, I was scared. You know what?
Why do you
Yeah.
think they quit? Why do you think it quit?
Probably because they were done.
Interesting.
Or maybe they forgot, they had something to help you forget everything in between.
Yeah,
Who knows?
It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah.
You know who could probably tell you? Dr. Gail.
Yeah. She might be able to tell you.
Yeah, I bet Dr.
Yeah.
Gail. You know that her Solaris healing on Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you ever gone to watch that show? She's amazing. She does healing work on Mondays.
Oh, no, I haven't actually.
Yeah. She's able to, they allow the energy from Solaris to come through the TV so that if you're actually there, or whether you're there live or you're looking at it afterwards,
later,
that energy is healing,
mm-hmm.
and it will help heal you. So
cool.
it's interesting. Yeah. So you might want to take a look at that and see what you think of her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've heard of her. So
Dr. Gail Skywalking with Moon, I think, is the name of her channel.
Yeah.
Cool. But she communicates with all different types of species, and she's on a ship. She works on a ship
most of the time. Yeah.
At night, she's on a ship, and she works with White Dragon and a whole bunch of other people that are up there.
Yeah.
In the etheric, in their etheric bodies.
And she might be able to tell you. You may do it too.
Yeah.
But she would be able to tell you.
Well, I know that I soul walk.
Interesting. And what exactly is soul walking?
Astraplane. Traveling. Yeah. Astral traveling.
Okay. I haven't heard
I call it soul walking.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either.
I've never heard that term, but I'm more familiar with astral travel and remote viewing.
Right.
I do it, but I only do it while I'm sleeping.
Right.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because then you're free. You can go ahead and leave your body if you want to, because it's safe and comfortable. That makes a lot of sense to me.
And but I can tell when I do it though, because I feel like I've been run over by a Mack truck.
A little too tired in the morning to have been home all night.
I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some of those mornings too. It's like, what were we doing last night? I don't remember.
Well, I'm going
It's
to shift gears a little bit here because when we were talking to you on the phone, you had mentioned about combining meditation with animals,
Mhm.
and because they're so sensitive. And I was wondering, one, how you do it, and why do we want to do that? And you seem to have been able to do that. So I was wondering if you could tell us about that.
um for me, I'm a huge animal person.
Right.
Um, for me, sometimes I tend to like animals better than people. It depends on my
That's not
mood.
a stretch.
A lot of people do that.
I think a lot of us feel that way, especially empaths.
Mm,
We get that
yeah,
unconditional love from our animals that we don't get from anywhere else.
Right.
That's what I
this
think.
is true.
They make us feel better.
This is
Yes.
very true. Yes. Um, we have three or four stray cats that we feed outside that we take care of. So
Mhm.
I love them. I even named them.
Nothing
There's
wrong
nothing
with
wrong with
that.
that. Right.
That sounds pretty normal to me.
Yeah.
Normal
Yeah.
behavior for us too.
Right.
So, but yes, when I came up with the idea of using animals for meditation, because of the fact that animals are so sensitive. Um, when you're meditating,
Mhm.
like picture your safe space, your most favorite place. Um, for me, like I told you on the phone, for me, it was my parents' cabin up in Black Lake.
Right.
And, um, you know, just picture yourself there and picture your most favorite pet that you've had, or picture your most favorite animal.
Mhm.
Your spirit animal or something like that.
Right.
Cool.
And then as you're in your favorite place with your favorite spirit animal, favorite pet, what have you, um, and as you're petting it, um, and listening to the animal breathe, then excuse me, breathing or purring or whatever the animal does. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups.
Oh
It's
dear.
okay. Not
Of
just what you
all the
need.
time, yeah, of all the times to have hiccups right
Oh
now.
dear. I can't scare you from here.
I know, jeez. Um, just just relax. Just do what you do in meditation, but just imagine where you are. Just keep imagining where you are with your favorite, and just keep imagining that you're petting your animal and just chill, get into the zen spot, zen place.
That sounds wonderful.
Right. There's an easy way to relax.
It is. I
Yes.
mean, I have my spot I go to, but I've never actually taken any animals there with me. So I'll try that next time. I think that sounds great.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
have been wanting to get to know my spirit animal better. So I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah. What do you find that besides helping you relax, what kinds of things do you concentrate on the animal all the way through your meditation, or how do you work with it?
Um,
Do
I
you find they talk to you?
not at first. At first, I concentrate on, what's around me, the sounds of the water. For me, it was the sound of the water. If there's birds up in the air at the time, the sounds of the wind blowing in the trees.
Mhm.
And then, I would be petting the animal. And then my favorite animal is any kind of cat. So I can picture, so I could have a lion or a tiger or a domestic cat or a cougar or whatever animal it is,
I love
because
cats.
because my spirit animal is a cat. So all those animals purr, have their own kind of purr. So once they start purring for me petting them, then I concentrate on their purr.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Right.
Different vibrations from the different types of cats
Hmm
in their purr. Yeah. Interesting.
So it really does work. First I concentrate on what's going on around me, and then I listen to the cat's purr, and then a combination of both, and it really just puts me in a zen spot.
Cool. We'll have to try that.
I think so too. I think we
Yeah.
should. The sound of purring. I love it when Miss Kitty's sitting in my lap purring.
She does that a lot. Yeah.
It's the best sound ever,
It really is.
Yeah.
for me anyway.
I enjoy it for sure.
Now, for dog lovers, it could be a different sound from the dog.
Hmm.
Usually I don't hear a sound from a dog. Do you?
When you're hugging and kissing on Sassy, what is she doing?
Oh, she goes. Yeah,
Or
she talks.
yeah, she could be taught, or when they pant,
Hmm.
Mhm.
She
Yeah,
gets
she talks.
mad at me when I pant at her. When a yogic breath, dog breath, and I'll pant at her, and she starts barking at me. It makes her mad. I
Well, then
tease.
don't do that. Then don't do that. Don't make her angry.
Oh, she didn't get angry.
She's just saying, "I'll join." She's just,
Oh,
"What are you doing? What do you think you're
She
doing?"
just thinks it's weird coming out of me instead of her.
oh, okay.
She is really funny that way. Yeah. So,
Goofy pup.
Yeah, goofy pup.
is there anything else that you feel that everybody should know about you?
Um, I'm a person that because of my background and how I grew up, I am a very loving person. I'm a very open person, and even though I grew up the way I grew up, I'm still a very open and loving person. Um, and I how my guides are talking to me too. They have things they want me to say, and it's like
Good.
Well, then say, go ahead.
they're going, and I'm trying to, and I want to say it right, but they're just, how it is.
Mhm.
They're they're saying they're very proud of who I ended up being
I'm
Good.
sure they are.
I bet.
because of how I grew up. It was a very difficult childhood. But the fact that I am so loving to people, and my channel is open to anyone who not only is open for readings and open, for to be loving to anyone. If they want to come to my channel and say, "Hey, I had a bad day," and talk about it, they're more than welcome. I mean, anybody's welcome on my channel. If you want to be goofy, be goofy. If you want to cry, you can cry.
And we have such a great community too. They're all
Yeah,
so supportive and helpful of all of us, each other.
Right.
yeah. I mean, it's I just I'm also surprised on how I've ended up considering, so
You're not
you'd
the
be
Lone Ranger.
surprised.
You're not the Lone Ranger.
No, a lot of
Yeah.
people are that way. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Well, we all
It's
surprise ourselves a
yeah.
lot.
And that's a good thing.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't think I'd live to be 30. I've just turned 70. I'm amazed.
I didn't think I'd live to be this old
Yeah.
because I have a heart condition that can kill me. So
Uh,
as well as my cerebral palsy and everything else. So yay.
yeah. Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
So and last year I found out I have a mass pressing up against my pituitary gland, which is causing my hyperthyroidism. So yay. But they can't take it out yet. So it's too small.
Well, we're sending you and surrounding you in unconditional love, unity consciousness, and divine healing light. And we're putting you in that energy burrito to stop any pain or discomfort or whatever you allow.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can heal the
definitely.
unconditional love so that you can heal yourself.
Definitely, because I get headaches all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's
but it is how it is at this point.
Yes.
But
well, you keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're going to let it stop you from doing whatever it is
no,
you want to do.
You just need to keep doing what you're doing and expand your gifts. And
I am.
Because you're giving to the world. Your love is out there shining for other people to absorb.
And they can feel beautiful. It. So yes, it's a very good thing.
And plus, it's not stopping me because so.
Wow. Yes, that's going to be a big move.
That's a big move. You'll enjoy it. It's I lived there for 9 years. My husband was British.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely country. And I met some wonderful friends that are still friends.
Right.
I'm going to be living in Plymouth, so
that's very south. I was up in the north near Manchester.
Okay. We're going to be close to the water. I'm going to be close to the water, so which is what I always wanted.
Well, that's good.
That is good. Yeah, we're close to the water. We live on an island in Key West, so
yeah, you can't avoid
it. We have water all around us and a pool.
And you can't get lost because it takes 5 minutes to get from one side of the island to the other. So you really can't get lost.
Yeah. Well, plus it's one of the most haunted cities in England. So
Plymouth. Interesting. You should have a lot of conversations then.
I know I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be like, hello.
You could be very busy.
Hello.
Look back to you. You could present so much history that people don't know about if they will talk back to you.
Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh yeah, you can write
all my history from ghosts.
Exactly.
I'm writing books on history from information from ghosts.
First-hand information.
Cool. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would
That's
be.
Great.
It would be.
Hey, you guys we've got about 15 minutes left. Do you all want to do some cards?
Oh, hey, sure.
Are you open for it? Okay.
I'm open for it.
Okay, I'm going to watch the chat room. Anybody, and I want to say hi to Warrior Girl and Viviane. Thank you for being here. And Indigo Jaguar. And Gina M. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being
here.
Hey,
Viviane and Heather. I just looked at my chat on my phone.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. So the two of them are going to do cards, and I'm going to
keep track of who
wants a reading. Do you want to do 1 card, 2 cards, or 3 card pulls?
We can do 3 card pulls today. Is that okay with you?
Oh, that's fine. I always do 3 card.
Oh, well then that's great.
Perfect.
That's great.
And hugs to everybody out there in the chat room, and thanks for joining us today. I love it. Who, Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan. All righty.
Number 1 is Captain Morgan.
What do they want? They just want a general?
Generally, yeah. I think I was. What I will probably do is tell them what kind of energy is around right now, and what they may want to go towards, and what they may want to maybe avoid a little bit.
If you
of.
guys want a reading in particular, let us know for what.
Right. If you just want a general thing, that's fine. But I'll pull 3 cards and find out what it says.
Oh, well, sorry, I just hit my camera.
Or would you rather do past, present, and future?
It doesn't matter to me. I just go with the flow. I just do what my guides give me.
Well, unless they tell us something otherwise, I suppose we could just do whatever hits us. When we see it, we'll know what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
Yep, that's how I do it. Yep.
Okay. All right. So the first person was
Let me highlight. Just
Captain Morgan.
Love that name, by the way.
I know. Don't you love that? Okay, where are you, Captain Morgan? I can't find it.
He's
There it is.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go. Wow, Captain, and you put a hat on and a pirate costume. Something else.
Okay.
He was quite a bit of a scoundrel, actually.
Well, I don't think this one is.
This one isn't, but the real one was.
Okay, Captain Morgan.
What parent wasn't a scoundrel? Hello.
We like scoundrels.
I like bad boys.
Well, that's what got me in trouble when I was younger.
Me too.
Wow.
He says, I think he was a relative of mine. And yes, he was.
Well,
What? Seriously?
I'm using the angel cards again today. I used them yesterday. And while you're getting ready, you want me to go ahead and read what I found, what I have?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
So the first card that I got is to protect your dreams. Oh, it's very difficult to see these because it's green. But anyway, what it says is you are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. So protect them.
See if you can show it now.
Oh, that's closer. Okay. So keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them, to keep going with them. But keep on that. And always remember that hope is always there for you. So protect the dreams. And as the hope continues with it, when they're ready to come through, let them come through. And for them to come through the way they should, you need to believe in magic, because everything that we do is magic. So if you keep your hopes up, protect those dreams to make sure that they're doing what you want, and believe in magic, because they are. We are, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're part of nature, you are magical too. So it's all part of it. So sounds to me like keep your cards close, keep your hope up, and what you want will happen. Okay?
Brilliant.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's see what you have.
Now, how do I get her?
You just drag me.
I drag you
over this. There you go. All right.
Wow, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
I was like, you just use your finger to drag me. The cards, I'm using my Palladian cards and my Sacred Power deck.
Okay.
The first card I got was Universal Knowledge.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've got a lot of knowledge in that noggin of yours that needs to come out. Like she said, it's like you've got a lot of knowledge in there. that you need, that needs to come out, and you need to start teaching people. Yeah. Wow, that really just hit me like a ton of bricks.
He says overload. He agrees.
Mhm.
Yeah. Second card, communication goes along with it. You need to communicate that knowledge big time. See that butterfly? You need to manifest it and let it fly through the out of that mouth and through the air to the people that need to hear it.
Do you have a channel? Do you have a YouTube channel or something like that? Apparently you should.
I don't know. And last of all, the last card I got was abundance. This time it isn't money, it's knowledge. You've got so much knowledge, but you need to get it out of your head. Just knowledge. You've got to get it out of your head and to the people that need to hear it. 3 cards.
That's a familiar message to many of us.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be for readings.
No.
Knowing things and getting it through to people who don't know those things, that's fine. That's a gift to get information out. You don't have to do readings.
No, you don't have to, but you know,
we just happen to like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, I can do the reading, so it's not a problem. But even if you work with oracle cards, they can get you started, and they give you a place to go from, and all that information in your head will come out as to what it goes to with that person. So it's more, what's easier than you think.
Right.
You just say what you know is right, and you're speaking from your heart. But you don't have to do readings.
No, you don't have to. But if you do decide to do readings, or even if you don't decide to do readings, you say things that are in your head, and they might not sound like, they'll be like, what the heck am I thinking? What the heck is in my head? And then you say it, and then it makes sense to the person you're talking to.
In your heart.
Definitely.
Hang on,
in your heart. Let's see what he says down here real quick. He says that I have several decks. I just need more help.
If you ask for it, it's there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You want to tell me to tell you my story on asking for help when they wanted me to start a YouTube channel?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's a good story.
NF way, I'm not doing it. Then I finally said 18 months later, okay, you want me to do this? You got to send me the experts. I know nothing about YouTube. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I don't want to be there, but if Barrett wants me there, so I'm going to do it. But you've got to send me the experts. Damned if a couple of weeks later I didn't meet somebody in a restaurant that was a news producer from LA who actually came and created a studio in our house. And the man that was with him was the techie guy. So we had 2 experts. Overkill much?
And that expert that was the newsy guy had won 6 Emmys for doing it.
Had won 6 Emmys for producing news in LA. He kind of knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And the other guy was a total techie and did all the software for us and got it up and running and taught us how to do that and created a studio in our front room.
Right.
It's just our guest room.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful what you ask for.
They will, because
at that point there was no backing out. These guys were here and ready to go, and it was. And they
were only here for the year to get us going.
That's right.
They are both back in California.
Yeah, they came, did what they needed to do, and left.
That was spirit,
through and through.
don't be afraid to ask. You'll get the help.
Yeah, you'll get the help.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Yeah, 6 Emmys.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Viviani's the next one for a read.
Viviani, alrighty.
Thank all of you guys out there.
We'll
Yes,
go until we
Viviani.
run out of time.
Oh, are we going to run out of time?
No, we'll do it. We've got plenty of time. We can hang out.
Alrighty.
You've got 3 others after this, so it's not that long.
Okay.
You guys are cut off. No more questions, please.
Oh. Man, these cards are stiff.
Well, I'll go ahead and give mine while you're getting ready. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. The very first card was music, and these are greens that are hard. I may go and switch decks because they're hard to see. But the music in your head may have a message for you. I used to hear the music, and a lot of times I'd feel better. But then I found out the music was associated with certain people that I already knew, or that like Theos was an entity that come visit. I knew his music. So I would hear the music in my head, and I would know that somebody was here, and I would know who it was. Or they may actually have a whole message for you. Okay. So don't be afraid. Listen for the music. And then the second card was tree wisdom, and that's a natural wisdom that you would have. It will help you navigate through current situations. If there's something that's bothering you, that natural energy from nature will help you get through it. And then you had the healing card, because it's time for you to heal yourself or heal somebody else. So it just doesn't say who it is, but know that you are capable of healing somebody else, not just yourself. And you are capable of healing yourself. So if you've been going through a situation, use nature to help with it, and then start to heal yourself from it. Okay? But listen to the music. It may actually have a message to you. It may be in the words telling you how to handle a situation. You never know. Just listen for it. Okay?
Beautiful.
All righty.
Whoops.
Let me see if I got a different deck.
Okay. Oh, you're not. Are you finished?
Yes,
You're ready.
I'm
Go
done.
ahead.
Go
She's
ahead.
getting a different deck.
Okay.
Yes.
First, I'm using Scott Allen's Oracle deck. And first card I got was, if you don't listen, you can't resonate.
True.
If you don't listen, you can't resonate. That kind of goes along with what Priscilla said. You've got to listen to the music to figure out what to do with what you're dealing with. Just
That's cool. They got headphones on and
Right.
everything. That's amazing.
Right.
I love it when go together.
Oh yeah.
It's
Just-
funny how that works.
It really, Matthew? Okay. I get in the zone and my mouth just you know how that is.
True.
When you get in a situation, just ask your guides, okay, I need help right now. Give me some guidance. And they will be like, okay. And they might give you a song on the radio. They might give you some advice in a program that you're watching on TV. You might read something in an article somewhere. Somebody might say something to you, but you got to be listening. You got to be listening in order to hear it, in order to deal with what you're dealing with.
That's true.
And there went the card. Okay, it felt. That's nice.
I know how that happens. Once in a while, it does it for me too. It's very difficult to pick up.
Is that it?
No.
No, one more.
she's
Okay,
got
sorry
one.
about that.
And another one. Choices. Okay, choices. Your intuition leads your soul's path. Goes along with the card. Choices. Your intuition leads your soul's path. Yeah. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what people are saying around you, and you'll be able to deal with what's going on. Straight up, basically.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
And please excuse me while I go pick up my card.
All righty.
You got it.
We'll start with the next person. Okay.
Okay, let's see who it is. I gotta get to the stars just a minute. Okay.
Ouch.
Card for the week. All right. Indigo, Jaguar, and Ted. Now, I did pick up another deck, and hopefully you'll be able to see it better. If not, then we'll find one until we do. But this one also is a fairy deck, and it's called Fairy Tarot Cards. Okay. And we'll see what they have to say with it. Spread them
Amy,
out.
I love that photo of you. It looks like you're in a pool or something. There is just so much joy in that expression on your face.
Yeah, the energy coming from it.
The energy from that picture, it just makes me smile every time I see it.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I was sitting on steps at a park, and a friend of mine took it.
It's a great photo.
And it was a candid photo because I didn't know she took it.
Yeah, that's neat. It's beautiful.
Okay, your first card. Now, if I say 9 of Winter or something, that won't make any sense to you. So, your first card tells us you have what it takes. You can do anything you decide you want to do. But the second card says you have an unfounded fear. So you're holding yourself back on some of the things that you want because you think you can't do it. They're saying you can. You have a fear. So change the way you're looking at things. Step back, look at it again. Yep, bring on the fae. Look at it again and you'll find out you can do it. Okay? So the only thing holding you back is you. You can do it. Just look at it differently. Okay?
Isn't it always us holding ourselves back?
But there isn't anything that you can't do. You have what you need to do it. Okay?
Hey, sweet sassy.
Oh, is there puppies? I thought I heard a puppy.
Yep. We were talking to her.
Aww. He's like, I want some loving.
You have I know deep down, anything you need is there. And I know from experience, it's you, it's me that holds us back. Okay. So change how you're looking at it. You'll find out that there's no need to hold yourself back. Okay.
Okay, this is
All right.
I'm using the Spirit of the Animals Oracle deck.
Cool.
And the card I got for you, Heather, is the frog. You got a froggy. And the frog represents prosperity. And what this beautiful little frog has to say to you is, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you.
I think the frog just answered your question there. I don't know how to go about it. I think the frog just told you how to go about it.
Yeah, repeat it for her.
Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you.
Right.
Lovely.
A cute little froggy.
Beautiful frogs too, by the way.
Right.
Okay.
All
let's
right.
see.
Is there another card you wanted, or are
One
you?
more
Is
card.
that
Or
good?
you done?
That's good.
That's good. I was only told to pull one this time.
Okay.
All
Next
righty.
is Linda De Gonzalez.
Linda. All right.
And she's just asking for general. She has beautiful silver hair, I see.
Yeah. She takes very good care of it. You can tell.
That froggy was pretty, wasn't he, Linda?
Cute little froggies. I am an animal lover, y'all know. Gotta love my animals.
This here are. How can you not be?
I know, right?
They're angelic.
Very much so. Whoop. Oh, I thought something fell on me. God.
Okay.
Hey, Juno.
So for Linda, the first card was the Chariot. Basically, what it's saying is you have success because you've earned it. Okay. So
Sorry.
what we do is you have worked towards earning it, so you have the success that you need, and being in the spotlight is okay with you because you've earned it. The second card was Princess Summer. Anyway, you do need to be aware that it's very possible for you to fall suddenly in love with something or somebody. So you need to stay grounded. Okay? You've earned all this, but you need to stay grounded, even though you've earned it, because you could find your emotions going crazy for a second. Next one is Seven of Autumn. And basically it says that you need to be patient. Everything is going to be okay. Don't worry. Take your time and rest. And then you can plan your next steps and do prudent things with investments in your time and possibly money. So be careful of this falling in love with something. And I kind of get the impression that somebody's going to be asking you money to help invest in something new. Be patient. Look at it. And then you can decide whether that's really something you want to do. Because your success is well earned. They don't want you to lose it. Okay?
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Okay. Because she wants a general reading, I usually pull 3 cards for generals.
Okay.
Ouch.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
my back just cracked.
Well, that's not good.
Or maybe it is.
Or maybe it is. That's right.
No, it isn't because it hurt.
Oh, well, in that case, it's not.
Oh, well.
Do you want us to cut it short after this reading?
No, I'm all right. I'm used to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you're uncomfortable, then let us know.
Nah, I'm fine. It happens all the time.
Okay.
Okay. The first card I got for you, Linda, was the Queen of Swords, thinking strategically. Like she says, someone might come up to you and ask you for money.
In a minute.
Don't give them, don't give them that money.
Just what you said.
Yeah. Step back and look at it. You may decide to, but look at it first.
Yeah. If people want you to do something, think about it before you do it. Just think about things before you jump in feet first, because you might be burned later. I've learned. I'm small.
Oh, sorry. I keep doing this.
She forgets to change it.
I just realized I'm small. I was like, I was small.
Not anymore. You're big. Sorry.
You're big. You're right where you belong.
Okay. Yeah. Keep. What was I saying? Oh. Think about things before you jump in feet first, because you might get burned and you don't want that to happen. The second card I got was Seven of Cups, grandiose temptations. Again, think before you do things.
Wow. She's getting that message in spades, isn't she?
Mm. Well, if it's on several levels, I can understand.
Mm-hmm. Think before you do things. Because your guides don't want you to get hurt, don't want you to get burned. Because something must be coming up where you could possibly get hurt badly. Yeah, just be really careful.
Like I said, it might appeal to you immediately, but take some back and take another look.
Yeah. The last card I got was the Hermit, soul searching. Yeah. Search yourself, search your soul to make sure it's the right decision to make before you jump in, if at all.
Right.
She just says, that's so true, Amy. I've recently lost a friend because I said no.
Oh.
Wow.
Oof. Ouch.
Step back and look at that again, and you may feel better about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. She made the right decision.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm getting.
I've lost friends because I've had to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And
we all need those boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you may find that you did exactly what you need to do, and that you should feel okay about it. Okay. Not great because you lost your friend, but okay.
Great confirmation. Said.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll make far better ones to replace the one you lost.
Yep.
Okay.
And one more.
Warrior got one more. Hi, Warrior Girl. She would like a general reading too, ladies.
You Warrior Girl?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's the last one.
Not a problem.
Then I'll ask you guys to pull a card for the collective, if that's
All
okay.
Right.
Have no problem with that either. Oh, there. It should be looking like that, but there. What? If you really want to see what it looked like when I came out of the hair salon, go on to my onto my community page and you'll see. Heather and Priscilla.
Right.
Yeah, we saw.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Linda says, I feel fine about it. I know I made the right decision.
Good for you.
So that's good.
Good for you.
That's awesome.
The way that these cards came out, I think for them to make sense, and it's not in the same order, but they all work together. For instance, it's saying when for childhood and children things, step back, look at them again, and see how things really happened. Okay, without feelings or emotions, just take a look at it and see what really happened. Okay, how did things actually happen? And the second card said, look at it from a different angle, which is what they're asking you to do. Okay. And so some of these things have been gnawing at you, saying, I shouldn't have done it. If you look at them differently, I think you're going to find some other things, because the last card is embrace your true purpose. Embrace it. Begin the new adventure and trust yourself. You don't need to trust these things until you've taken a really solid back step, objectively observe it from a different angle, and then trust what you're coming up with. Okay?
Wow.
So
Pretty heavy
some things that
message.
might be bothering you, and it may be a childhood friend, it may be somebody that, now for us, childhood could be in the 20s and 30s, you know.
Yeah.
True.
Right. So you might want to check, you know, it might not just be grade school and high school. It may be longer than that. But there are some things that some people are saying, or you feel like didn't come out right and it was all your fault. You need to look at those again from a different angle. Trust yourself. Okay.
Lovely. Okay.
Right.
Got her back.
Child-
She's big. You're big.
Yes.
Yay. For me, childhood is 20s, 30s.
Yeah, it could be anywhere in there, just in the past.
Yeah. Whew. I was a child in my 20s. Good Lord.
I was too.
Okay. Wow. The first card I pulled was Ace of Coins, emotional readiness. You've got to, like she said, you've got to go through some of those memories and make sure you remember them correctly, basically. Am I sure that's really what happened? You know, is it really true that it was really my fault or whatever? You've got to just, you know, go through some things to make sure, just to make sure that you are mentally all right, if that makes any sense. The second card was temperance, temperance, patience, the patient balance. And while you're going through this, you've got to be patient with yourself. You can't rush this. Because as I went through my own things and healing myself, I had to be patient with myself so I didn't do more harm than good. So just make sure that you go slow enough that you don't basically harm yourself mentally. And the last card, 8 of Swords, self-doubt.
God, that's a killer.
You gotta trust yourself.
Yeah.
Trust yourself that what you're finding out as the truth is the truth. And just don't second guess it. Don't just don't.
Just don't.
Don't. Just don't.
There you go.
Alrighty. Well, it's funny how everything matched up.
Yeah, both of your readings just went synced together.
Mhm.
That was amazing. I love it when that happens.
Oh yes, me too. That's because my guys got
Listen to
together with
this.
your guys,
Yeah.
and they all get together with their guides
Mm-hmm.
as we're reading, and they're
wow.
and they're all powwowing up there.
That's what she said. I had 2 questions. That's why I said general, and you both answered them. Hugs. That's
I'm
perfect.
glad. I'm glad.
That's so good.
Well, you're welcome.
You're
And
more
so
than
we
welcome.
need 1 card for the collective for them to go on for the week.
A
All
card
right.
for the next week, for this
Or
coming week.
till the next time we meet them.
Sounds good to me. Actually, I want to do one too.
Alrighty.
I'm going to do one from the moon deck.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna use
I am
my
impressed
tarot.
with this fairy tarot. I haven't used it before. I just wanted to be able to have it be seen, and this one shows up. 2, I've been impressed in how it comes through, and I still get the messages. So that's
Excuse me.
good to me. So, well,
I'm just going to use that card. Sorry.
okay, that makes
Okay.
sense. And do you want to start this time, or you've got your card?
Yeah, I'm going to start this time.
All right.
I'm just gonna shuffle a couple times, and then I'm gonna go, okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and there you go.
Sounds good.
And I'm using my Star Wars affirmation deck this time.
Okay.
Something tells me you two are big nerds, Star Wars nerds and stuff like that.
I am. Wait a minute. I want to see. Warrior Girl said something. The last card with the 7 of Swords off to the side I got. Put it all aside and go in. See with the third eye because her eyes were covered. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 7 of Swords card, the person's eyes were covered with the red.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this will be for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a collective card.
Well, I'm just going to put it side by side.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be great.
The thing I have my cards in likes to fall on me from time to time.
I know how that goes.
Yeah. It's more than 52 pickup when you drop them.
It's like
Drop all of them.
You're still
78.
700 pickup.
Yeah, it's like when you drop all of them, it's like over 1,000 card pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got to figure out what goes where.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm using my Star Wars affirmation deck, and I'm using an inspiration card. I picked an inspiration card this time.
Cool.
And it has Yoda on it.
Yay,
Yay, Yoda.
We love Yoda.
Yay, Yoda! And it says, the greatest teacher failure is. Look back at a time you failed at something. Ask yourself what you can do differently next time. You can always learn from defeat.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It didn't say it in Yoda speak, though.
Oh,
It should have said it in Yoda speak.
Yeah, in Yoda speak, Yoda voice.
The very first part of it did. It said, The greatest teacher failure is.
Right.
Right.
The
Okay.
greatest teacher failure is. I got them on the right path and divinely guided. This is that moon deck I use almost
Mhm.
every day. But I just love that. We're all on the right path. We're divinely guided. We all know that too, don't we?
Mhm.
Right.
Yes.
And this one is the Four of Summer. And basically, what it's saying is that some of us are being so distracted that we fail to see the magic moment. And that because we fail, sometimes we take people or things for granted, and then we're not happy. We're discontented. So you need to stay aware and don't get distracted.
Spirit is subtle on so many levels.
Yes, yes.
You have to pay attention or you
So
miss it.
make sure that you are aware enough to see the magic moment that's coming through so that you can recognize it and act on it.
True.
So just be careful to stay aware. Okay.
Or if you don't and you miss it so many times, they'll basically just say, okay, dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually you'll get it through.
Like with our guys from LA.
Right.
That wasn't subtle at all.
That wasn't subtle, no. But they told
Or
us.
I'll
but
just
keep
get
your
hit
eyes
in the
open,
head.
stay awake, and more than anything else, send out your love to everybody, whether you think they're good or they're bad. Everybody needs that love and that
Love and enlightenment.
love and enlightenment. Yes,
Absolutely. We need that on our planet.
and everything is happening so that there's even more enlightenment, and it's going a little bit faster and faster. They really, really need that love. So
True.
don't forget to send it out. Okay.
Hey, Amy, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you
Oh,
so
it was a
much.
lot of fun.
It's been
You're
lots of
welcome.
It's been
Well,
a
thank
lot
you
of
for having me.
Absolutely. And everybody in the chat room, thank you so much for being here with your love and light. We can feel it, believe it or not, and we're sending it right back out to you in the universe.
And we so appreciate you all for coming.
And please like and subscribe and share if you feel like. We'd appreciate it. And have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you
On Tuesday.
I think.
Do you have anything coming up, Amy?
I actually, yes, I do. I have a show with Val on my channel on the 11th at 8 o'clock. And then on the 13th, I have a show at 7 o'clock on my channel with Sherry H, Voices from the Swamp.
Wonderful.
Heather Indigo.
Oh, what a great
Jaguar. Sylvia from Footprint Tarot, and Allison.
Wonderful.
Great.
And then I have a whole bunch of others. So yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I have no idea what we have upcoming next.
Tuesday, and we have
what's Tuesday?
Giving away your power.
Oh yes, giving away your power on Tuesday.
No, it was Colorful Foresight, not Footprint Tarot. It's Colorful Foresight. She's gonna kill me.
That's all right. You got the correct one out there. It's all right.
Yeah, you got it.
Anyway, well, we appreciate you all. Much love and light to you all, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you all.